Hello! If you're looking for the right dog trainer here in Wichita Falls, you've come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to find the perfect fit for you and your dog.
Just imagine it. A nice, calm walk along the Circle Trail, or maybe a fun visit to Lucy Park with a dog who's just happy and listening to you. That's really the whole point, and good training is what gets us there.
All right, first things first, before we even start talking about who to hire, let's cover what good, effective training actually looks like. This is the bedrock for all the success you're going to have. So, at the heart of almost all modern humane training is this idea of positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, actually. Instead of focusing on correcting bad behavior, we reward our dogs for making good choices. Let's say your dog sits instead of jumping on someone. You give them a treat or some praise. Not only does this teach them what you want them to do, it also makes training fun and builds this really solid bond of trust between you two.
Okay, I know these letters can look like a bit of an alphabet soup, but they're really helpful. Think of them as a sign of a trainer's commitment. A certification like the CPD-TKA means that trainer had to pass a big exam on things like learning theory and dog behavior. It just shows they've put in the work, they're serious about their profession, and they stay current on the best methods.
So, we know what a good training philosophy looks like. Now, let's get into the different ways that training can actually be done. There isn't just one way to do it, and finding the right format for your dog's personality and your goals is key. Here are the two most common options you'll see. Group classes are fantastic for getting your dog to focus on you when other dogs and people are around. Plus, they're usually more budget-friendly. On the other hand, private lessons are perfect for tackling those very specific issues that happen at home, like barking at the door or getting too excited with guests. You get a plan that's made just for you.
And you've got a few other choices too. A Board and Train is like a deep dive immersion program for your dog. Day training is a great option if your schedule is just packed. And if you have one tricky issue you need a game plan for, a single behavior consultation can give you a really clear path forward.
All right, let's talk about budget. One of the nice things about our area is that getting professional dog training is generally more affordable here compared to bigger cities in Texas, say like Dallas or Austin. This chart gives you a pretty good snapshot. You can see a 6-week group class usually falls somewhere between $130 and $225. A single 1-hour private lesson might be in that $70 to $120 range. This should give you a realistic starting point for what to expect financially. Okay, this part is really important. Once you have a few potential trainers in mind, it's time to reach out. You should really think of this like you're conducting an interview, because, well, you're hiring someone to work closely with your family.
So, what do you ask? Definitely ask about their philosophy. You're listening for that positive reinforcement approach. Ask about their credentials. A good trainer will be proud to tell you. It's also fair to ask exactly how they'll tailor a plan specifically for your dog and how you'll both measure progress. And this last one is a big one. If you're dealing with a more serious behavior issue, ask if they're willing to work with your vet. A trainer who collaborates well with other professionals is a very good sign.
Now let's tie this all together and talk about training right here in Wichita Falls. Because a great trainer doesn't just teach skills in a vacuum. They help you prepare for real life in our community.
Here are a few key local rules every dog owner should know. We do have a leash law here, which means your dog needs to be on a leash anytime they're not on your own property. And while there's no special city pet license you need to get, state law does require that your dog is up to date on the rabies vaccine and wears the tag. It's all about keeping everyone safe and sound.
So once you and your dog start learning new things, you'll need good places to go practice. And luckily, Wichita Falls has some really great spots for that. Each of these places offers something different. The Lucy Park Dog Park is perfect for working on recall, that come command, in a safe, fenced-in area. The Circle Trail is pretty much made for practicing that nice loose-leash walking. Then, as your dog gets better, taking them to the seasonal farmer's market is an amazing way to work on staying calm around a lot of new sights and smells.
So with all that in mind, just think for a second, what's the number one thing you want to accomplish with your dog? Is it getting them to come back every time you call, or just having a peaceful walk? Nailing down that first goal makes everything else feel more achievable.
Putting the time into training is one of the very best things you can do. It's about so much more than just sit and stay. It's about strengthening your relationship and giving your dog the confidence to be a part of your life. We hope this gives you the confidence to find that perfect trainer. Before you know it, you'll be out enjoying all that Wichita Falls has to offer, with a happy, well-behaved companion right by your side. We wish you the very best on your training journey.